What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. And for those of you that missed it, this is the one we were going for win number 300. Had an arranged war with WHF, Powerbanks Clan, and man, it was freaking epic. And I mean, like, epic. People ask me all the time, name your favorite war, your top war. This probably takes the cake, simply because of all the things that aligned up. The fact that it was us going for number 300, the fact that, it is power bang, and obviously you've got the two channels going up against each other, which is always just adds a level of excitement to it. And then the fact that the way the war played out, we came from behind, it was insane. I'll talk a little bit about that more in a moment. But just congratulations to everybody at OneHive. Did get our win number 300 in the bag, so we'll look at that real quick. There it is, 300 wins. This is war number 339. And win number 300. So pretty impressive record, in my opinion. And everyone did great. I mean, on both sides, you'll see right here, they did have that one Town Hall 11 that just was like a sticking point for them. There was 5 defenses from Crispy Crunch there. We'll talk more about him in a moment, but he's my pick for MVP for both offense and defense. It was unbelievable. The rest of them, they got 2-star. Did get some Town Hall 10 3-stars, 3 of them to be exact. And then everything else, Town Hall 9, of course, 3-star. Now, speaking of Town Hall 9s, their Town Hall 9s did amazing. Like, seriously, I've not seen Town Hall 9s do that well besides OneHive's Town Hall 9s. Maybe ever. Maybe ever. I mean, none of our arranged wars, they stepped up. They cleared our bases. Their bases gave ours trouble. I will just give them a shout-out. Just straight up. Very, very impressive. Now, on our side, you see we got all the Town Hall 10s 3-star, all the Town Hall 11s 2-starred. And what I'll say about this is that our Town Hall 9 struggled with theirs. And I'm not trying to point the finger. Obviously, they did a good job. It wasn't like they just completely crapped the bed. But we did have like 4 attacks that we had to dip. We had we had to use some Town Hall 10 attacks, or mine 9.5, whatever, attacks to get down and get those. But that being said, it took us 4 attacks from Town Hall 10s to clear these 3 bases. All right. I think they put 8 attacks, maybe 9 against these 3 bases and still didn't have one done. So that's where I think we held on. Even though our Town Hall 9 struggled a little bit, didn't have the best war, just the stepping up, taking out those, freeing up our Town Hall 11s to not have to attack those. Oh, and by the way, that was 2 of their Town Hall 11s trying to hit those. So I think that just sort of kept us in the fight just enough to get a foothold and come out with a win. But it was so close, guys. This came down to the wire. We were coming back from so far behind, and just kept on, and finally got it done right towards the end. But there you see, we did get all the Town Hall 9s 3-starred. Several of the Town Hall 10s 3-starred as well. The rest 2-starred. So let's see, right here's where the Town Hall 10 starts. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Town Hall 10 3-stars. So really, really good job. Our Town Hall 9s, while they had a rough war, there was like 5. We only had like 4 bases we had to dip on, and there was like 5 attacks that were over 90%. It just seems like it was just not their day. They just was right there, just couldn't get it done though. But again, as a team, pulled together, excuse me, and got the win. Win number 300, pretty big milestone, pretty incredible. If you missed the live stream, guys, you just got to make yourself try to come check one out. Between Power stream at the same time I was, between his stream and mine, I've been told there was probably over 1,700 people watching the 2 streams. Like, it was insane. Everybody was hyped. Everybody was just going nuts. You got to come out to these things, man. War is in such a good place right now, with it being fair play and everyone knows it, and it's just exciting and it's fun. And it's just, you've got to come check them out. They're just too much fun to not check out live. But enough about the war. You guys sort of know how it all went down now. Let's look at some attacks. Because there was crazy attacks. Let's see. Let's start right here. I'm not going to show the dip attacks just out of respect to those guys. But speaking of Crispy Crunch, by the way, I'm not going to show his, but he did have a 6-star war. Where's his other one at? Where's Crispy's other one at? He had this up here. So Crispy Crunch with a 6-star war and I think 5 or 6 defenses on his base. Incredible. He was the only one of our 11s that actually got a 3-star on a 10. So he just stepped up. When it was time to step up, he's like, okay, I got you guys, and did it. So props to you, Crispy. Amazing war, bro. Looking at Triggerman coming in on number 11, though, this one was freaking close. Both of these ones I'm going to show you here in a minute were just like, when I was watching them live, I'm like, oh, it's over. You know, he didn't get it, and then somehow it just happens. It was again super exciting in the live stream. Comes in with his queen, drops that minion down to create that funnel, opens it up with some wall breakers, some more wall breakers, open the next compartment. That's for his Valks here in a moment. But here he wants to get in. He wants to get this CC alert out. He wants to get it taken care of. He gets a giant bomb triggered, I believe, right here. Yeah, giant bomb for that one hog. So huge value for a hog there. That storage holds that queen up just long enough to wait for the poison, bring that bring that golem out, that balloon out, drop that poison down, and she takes care of it pretty quickly. We're going to fast forward here because it's just a queen taking out some CC troops. We know what that looks like, but excellent job there. Now he sends his Valks in. He kind of sends them in at the correct angle. He wanted wall breakers to open up that other compartment, but they kind of went around. Not that big a deal. They take out the cannon, it drops the rage down. Now right here's in a moment is where I thought it was over. He comes in, drops the jump, keeps those Valks raged up, which is perfect. They're moving through the base very quickly. A couple of them split off, not that big a deal. They do come in, get the queen taken care of, and get on to this next Inferno tower. But with these Valks over here, I mean, the queen dies, okay? So the queen's down. I'm like, okay, this is over. You know, no queen, not going to happen. But those healers kind of peel off. They're raged up. They keep those Valks going on the left side. You see he's got a couple balloons that he just sprinkles in. His king's still up. And this little pack of hogs just does work. There's no giant bombs. Everything's pretty much focused on the king. And it's just like the next thing you know, oh, wait a minute, there's no defenses left. And it's just a matter of, can his cleanup troops get it done in time? And they do. They do just in time. They have to clear out all around the outside of this base to sort of keep coming back around. But they meet back up at this collector over here and finally get the 3-star. So beautiful attack by Triggerman. Just squeaked it out, but I loved it. I loved it. All right, next one is Jake. This is fake Jake taking on number 12. This base is definitely a different look at Town Hall 10. I mean, you know, you don't in Range War, you don't see a base like this a lot because, you know, I like what he did. He's kind of got that big compartment with his king and queen and some things like that in there to CC. But then he's got his Inferno towers in separate compartments. The problem is they're right there close to the walls. It's just, in my personal opinion, it's just not compartmentalized enough with how good people are getting with these Valks. So he comes in from the bottom with those minions, comes in on the side, just sort of let those minions taking out some of those trash buildings, and then drops his queen down. So she's going to get in. You see wall breakers have already opened up a couple of compartments there to let her in a little deeper. He's only got the one jump spell. That's really all he needs, though. This is only level 2 Inferno towers as well, so that makes a big difference. Comes in the sweeper, trying to get that CC lure out, drops down that hog. As soon as that archer tower goes down, he's able to get the rest of the CC lure out. It is a golem again. We'll fast forward through this, drops down that poison and the rage. Wants to get through that as quickly as possible. Don't take any chances. So it's about gone there. We fast forward through that. The rage still getting those healers, getting the queen, just now fading off, and finally grabs up that Tesla there. It goes down, and now he's going to come in with the rest of his attack. Comes in with the king, a couple of wizards to back him up. That queen's going to start walking through, but here's the main force. Obviously, the Valks just drops them right on that wall. No need for wall breakers. They go through super fast, and then rages them up, drops the heal for them. So right when they get done with that Inferno Tower, they can get caught back up because there was a giant bomb there. Then they get through that wall. Now he's got the jump. You know, because Valks can go through walls so quickly, you really can't afford to have this big of compartments. Look how fast they go through that big compartment. It's just gone. And then the jump spell's waiting for the next Inferno Tower. So it's just about taking the right angle, dropping your spells in the right place, and look how quickly all of a sudden, boom, everything is just gone. Some of them outside defenses being picked off with hogs as well. And now it's just about cleanup. So beautiful attack by Jake. Just smashed it. Everything was perfect. I mean, everything was perfect. King's still up, Queen's still up, Valks are still up, hogs are still up. Healers are still up. I mean, he just picked it apart. Awesome, awesome job. All right, one more Town Hall 10 3-star, and then we will check out some Town Hall 9 action. ASAP, of course, doing his thing. He's just an absolute beast as well. Comes in on the left side there, drops that minion down, wants to get that trash building out of the way, and then you see on the right, dropping the giants and the healers on the giants, which is something we don't see all the time, but we've seen it before, and it can be effective because they can just soak it up with the queen drop behind them, just sort of doing the sniping, and they're just, she's not taking any damage. The giants are staying up for the most part while she takes out some of the defenses. And now when she steps in, by the time she's taking any real damage, she's onto these point defense. And once they go down, she's safe. She's fine here. So the sweeper is being a little bit annoying and keeping her pretty low because she just can't quite get caught up because that splash damage and that X-bow as those healers only get a few shots and then they get pushed back. So He is going to have to make a move here. Go ahead and pop her ability. Takes that, then puts down the poison for that queen. Couple of shots. She's done. He sees the CC troops coming out. Goes ahead and drops the rage, which is going to get her healed back up. Another poison for those CC troops. Slow them down. Start hurting that balloon. Make sure it's going to go down before it even really gets on top of her. And then the Valks coming from the left side with the king. Again, no wall breakers. Just beating through these walls. Dropping down that rage. Look at that. Once they get raged up, boom. Just right through it. Just like butter. Go in there, take out that first Inferno Tower, and from now right here on this one, I was watching this one, I thought, oh god, he screwed up. Look at this jump spell, and I mean, I'm not questioning it. ASAP is a savage, but why did he drop it? He almost directed those Valks away from that Inferno Tower. Now, yes, there's a lot of buildings down there. There's a lot of troops down there. I just think, man, you can't really leave an Inferno Tower up. I know it's just level 1, but look at his queen up here. I mean, she's just super, super low because she couldn't get any heals there. And she doesn't have an ability. She doesn't have a rage. It's just, her versus them, and luckily fights it out right there until she gets back into range of the Inferno Tower, and then she goes down. So she's gone because that Inferno Tower is still up. So right here, I was like, okay, it's over. The heroes are being targeted by the Inferno Tower. He's got there's just too much left. But he just hangs on. Look at that one wall breaker he's got. He's just holding on to it, just letting these troops move around. The healers do make it over there, start healing up the king, starts healing up some of these Valks. There's that one wall breaker to speed up things through that wall a little bit. Pops the king's ability. They sort of take the long way around the barn here, come back in and target this junction. Thankfully, they were smart on which wall they targeted there, and then get right into it. Finally, just boom, at the last few seconds, take it out. I was pumped on this one. I was pumped. I thought that was over, but he pulled through. So nicely done, ASAP. Really nice, man. Okay, let's see. Let's go down to number 17. And by the way, guys, I'm going to record more of these attacks, and I'm going to use them for some other video. So if you don't see your favorite attack or your attack in this video, do not be upset, because I promise you I will probably have it for something, sometime, somewhere. Whether it be a coffee and clash or whatever. I'll have it for something. Sorry, I'm losing my voice, guys. Obviously, I streamed last 2 days. I was freaking out. It's just, this whole week has been just insanity. I'm like, me and Powerbang were actually talking about maybe doing something together, but his schedule and mine, and I told him I was crashing. I couldn't stay up much longer. And he was sort of had some wife aggro and was hanging out with her, because obviously he's been had a crazy week as well. So it was just sort of something that didn't work out. Maybe next time we'll get to do it, but this time it just did not work out with our schedules. But you see Bomber coming in from the top here. Got a couple of golems, got some wizards down, creating that funnel. The queen's coming in behind here. Here comes the king. He wants to get in. He wants to get the CC taken care of. He wants to get the queen dead. And he wants to get these 2 air defenses taken care of. Also, that sweeper is just a bonus on top of it. Actually, he's kind of got access to both sweepers, to be perfectly honest, once the queen gets in there. But there is a tremendous amount of HP in this area. You got the town hall. You got these storages. Just all kinds of crap, the CC in there. It's going to take a little while, but once all of this CC troops start going down here, you see the witch is actually spawning skeletons. He did not get that poison on the witch. That's bad news. But with his wizards, the king, the queen, they do finally get their way through it and get to that witch. It just takes longer than it should have. And then the defensive king is aggroed, so he's going to go down. But both the defensive king and queen are down at this point. You see his queen's getting very low. Has to go ahead and pop her. What I tell you, that town hall just soaking up so much of her time, and the time that wears off, there she is. She's exposed, but she does get to the second air defense, which is what he was after before she goes down. So nicely done. Now the balloon can come in. The lava hound's coming in, keeping them hasted up, keeping them raged up, moving through this base very quickly, and all the way to that last air defense. I love the timing on that. Look at that almost dead. That was so important. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you didn't, rewind it and look at it. Almost dead lava hound soaking up that black bomb. That is how you time your lava hounds on an air attack. You have to make sure that the lava hound is getting to those air defenses, the weakened one, the one that's been taking the beating, that's already soaked up some traps. It's getting there just as before your fresh lava hound's getting there. You want that one that's almost dead to take that black bomb, not your fresh one. So perfect timing on that. It actually may have been what got him the 3-star on this base, because you see the balloons are moving through. They're taking out. They come on the right angle on that last sweeper. He's got a good spread on his pups, a couple of wizards, and that is going to be a 3-star as soon as that archer tower goes down. Beautiful job. Just perfect deployment. Got him the 3-star. Well done to Bomber. All right. Since this one's done, we'll move on. Check out. So I got quite a few more for you guys on this one. All right, Snip. We did have some guys like Snip to come back for this War Win Summer 300, kind of nostalgic thing. So we had some guys that have been sort of on break or whatever come back and do this war with us as well. So that was pretty cool. A couple of minions to go down here on these army camps. We want to take those out. Helps with funneling and all that good stuff. You see the Quake spell right there in the middle. Open it up. Look at those 3 air defenses and that sweeper surrounding that Quake spell. So you know what he's going after. He wants to get into that compartment, take care of all that stuff. He does have a couple of balloons, not a lot. It is mainly a ground attack, but still, that is a high value area. The queen, the CC, all is real close to there. He can come across with just that one jump spell and get in there and get it done. So the queen's coming through. She's going to do so much work here. We will fast forward through this lava hound. Or should be lava hound. What's wrong with my brain? I'm so tired. Through this golem kill right there. It's going down in the bottom. This is where he's coming in with his Valks, his king. Everything wants to go right at that queen, take it out, and then obviously going to jump them into that larger open compartment there. So that's perfect. Coming across there, taking out the king, taking out the queen, all of that is going to go very well. Again, the queen can just sort of stroll through. She's getting slowed down some of this high HP, but the whole time she's going to be working. There's the Valks getting into that large compartment. The Tesla's popping, the Wizard Tower, the X-Bow, all of that going to go down to these Valks. Are just going to absolutely destroy that one couple balloons on the right side there, away from those air defenses. Gets that taken care of, and now the queen's finally sort of cleared through all this crap, and she can start getting in there. She does have the CC to worry about and that air sweeper, but for the most part, she's got a large chunk of it taken care of, and she can start getting some of these defenses. Once that starts, you see right here, a couple of hogs are going to start going in. There's one right there just to help out those balloons. The balloons are actually doing the tanking right now, so that's pretty cool. Now they're all going to join up with this queen. There's no more walls to worry about. Everything is completely exposed. As far as the defenses and whatnot. So Queen's coming through. He's so patient on this one. This is another one that I thought he might have been in trouble, but he's so patient. Look at that. He's got those 4 hogs that he still is not deployed. I mean, he just holds on to them. Has his Queen's ability. He still has not popped that. And as she starts getting into all these point defense, boom, he pops it. Takes them out real quick. And then from there, sends the hogs in as the Queen is sort of distracting. Perfect timing. Gets that giant bomb. So he didn't send his hogs in too early. Run them into a giant bomb with no heal. Now he's got them for this last few defenses and also has them for cleanup. So just a perfect job by Snip. Just really, really patient, really, really technical, and gets the 3 stars. So good job, man. All right, moving on. Let's see, number 20. We're dropped down 1. Not Rick. Not Rick going in on this one. And he's got just a Govaho queued up. So we know that works. We know we see a lot of that in arranged wars and in every war, honestly. It drops the king and queen right here. And interesting that I guess he meant to do it. He dropped the king first. I mean, maybe it was a mistake. But obviously the king's taking the damage, so the healers are going to get on the king. Well, that's kind of sometimes can be tough because the king moves so differently than that queen. He's eventually going to leave her exposed. So right here, you'll see that he does some of the point defense, starts peeling off on her. So one of the healers peels off. But it's kind of, neither of them are being really fully healed right here. He has to go ahead and pop some abilities pretty quickly, which is not what I think he wanted to do. The king, again, super low down there. He's starting to go down. The wall breaker's coming in. The queen beating on this wall. And once she gets through that wall and gets around to some more point defense, look how low she is. She's going to go down. I mean, it's just, she can't keep up with that one healer on her. It's just not enough. So loses that. The healer does come over, start trying to help out, but gets in the range of that air defense. All the Valks are moving through now. You've got the jump spell right into that little mini Tesla farm. The queen, everything right there is going to start getting taken down pretty quickly. And now the hogs are going to start coming in. He had a bunch of hogs. This was a big, heavy hog raid. Coming down the right side there, taking out those defenses. He got 8 in the bag still that he's not even deployed. He does have close that. He does have a heal spell left for them, coming in from the top here with the rest of his hogs. Look at that giant bomb going off nice and patient. Didn't even panic and drop that heal. Waited. There was nothing really targeting those hogs. He knew it. So he waited for his top hogs to get in range to drop the heal spell down. And now it's just this one little section left. If there was a giant bomb, it could be trouble. I mean, he's got, he doesn't have a whole lot of cleanup troops left. There's a few Valks, there's a few wizards in these hogs. So he is relying pretty heavily on these hogs, but they are getting down to the last few defenses. And luckily, this X-Bow is being tanked by that golem. So that is a huge value golem right there. But comes across this right here, perfect double giant bomb setup, and oh, it's there. Boom. Bacon. Just gone. We'll fast forward. Luckily, there is a Valk and a golem there to take that out. And with the Valks, the wizard, the king, just enough juice to get the job done. But very, very close. I don't know why. I'm just been enjoying these attacks that don't go exactly according to plan, and they still get the 3 stars. Just kind of fun to watch. But there you go. Not Rick grabbing the 3 stars. Good job, buddy. All right, a couple more here. Let's drop down to 22. Master Feng doing his thing with some air attacks. I like sprinkling these air attacks because they're fun to watch. You don't see them as much anymore, but they still are effective. You see the golem going down, the giants going down, the wizards behind all of that. Just start to clear all this trash out of the way. It's kind of like a Govaho too. GoValo. No. This would be a GoValalo. That's what I was trying to say. Wow, that was a tough one. Govaho. Got the Valks coming in, but also has those, I mean, 2 Lava Hounds. This is a serious, you know, he's got the Lava Hounds doing a lot of work in this base. But right here, CC troops coming out, Valks going in. He wants to get in here, get these air defenses taken care of. He got the jump spell to sort of direct them over to the Queen. So now he's going to get that first air defense, obviously. The Queen's going to be one that he can get to. And then with his Queen in this compartment, you know, clearly he can get to that next air defense there. Unfortunately, not all of his Valks went that way. One of them peeled off there, but the King, the Valks are pretty much going that way. His Queen, now she's being kind of silly, going over and grabbing that army camp, but finally comes back up, and she will work her way around to that next air defense eventually. But the King, all of them are onto that air defense there, so he's already sending the balloons in. No Lava Hound yet, just the balloons. He really wants that Queen to take care of that last air defense because he doesn't want his Lava Hounds going there. I would pop my ability right there. We talked about that before, getting through that quickly and getting to her. Who cares if she's low? It would happen just that much faster. It could cost you on time at some point. Finally, he does pop it. He's just going to grab a couple more defenses, and now the Lava Hounds are coming. 2 Lava Hounds coming in for this last air defense, soaking up those bombs, tanking for that Tesla farm, just moving through this base very quickly, and, you know, perfect. Drops that rage spell right on top of the Tesla farm and the air defense, so those go down real quick. And then these last few defenses are just really no match. That X-bow is pointed down, so it's not even attacking. Nicely done. Nicely done to Master Feng. Has cleanup around the outside for some of those builder huts and whatnot. And then everything just sort of congregates up on the last few storages and gets the 3-star. Booyah. Ooh, okay, one more, guys. This is an old familiar name. Holy Buck 27 came back to hang out with us for this war, so really appreciate that. Obviously, you know, a big fan favorite for a long time. HB's attacks were just legendary. He still got it. He still got it. Comes in with a couple of golems, wizards behind them, clearing all this trash out of the way, getting those mortars taken care of. And then from there, he is going to come in from the top with his kill squad and get right up in the mid, just double jump. You know, I mean, this is what he you know, basically perfected the double jump Govaho. I mean, this is his bread and butter. And this base was set up pretty well for us. So coming in with a king, queen up top, the Valks in behind. They're going to start running through, taking this stuff out pretty quickly. The golem does come out, which is an anti-Valk measure, so he's got to be careful there, make sure his Valks don't just get exploded, which right there, a lot of them are on there, so boom, he reacts. He puts down that heal spell. You got to do it, guys. You got to do it. Your Valks will be gone if you don't. They will literally die. They'll be gone. There'll be no more Valks there, so he had to do it. The base just kind of forced his hand, so I'm glad he did. The Valk's moving through into this Tesla farm now. He's backing it up with some hogs because all of that's distracted. You know, look at that. All of that's distracted, targeting that golem, the king, the Valks, all that in there. So he comes through with those hogs. I love it. The queen's sort of lagging behind, but that's okay. He keeps her safe for the most part for cleanup. The hog's still coming through, nice and patient. You see he's still got 10 hogs to deploy. Puts a nice poison onto that queen down there, slow her damage down while he's trying to get through that wall. Pops that king's ability, gets through the wall, and then boom. Once he knows that queen's going down, send the rest of those hogs in from the bottom. Start moving through. He's still got a heal spell for him. Still being super patient like he always has been. Still super patient. Not dropping it yet. Boom. Finally dropping it down, healing him up. There is a single bomb, but it doesn't matter. The heal's perfect. They're standing in it. Heals them right back up. They take out the last defense and then help with cleanup, which is a 3-star. Nice job, Holy Buck. All right, guys. There you go. I don't know what else to say. The craziest, epic. You know, the stream makes these wars more epic, in my opinion. It just makes them so freaking much fun. You really, really do have to come out to one. It was insane. It was insane. So I don't know what else to say. Awesome job to everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the war. Until next time, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.